Good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, Qatar, for the second quarterfinal of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, being powered by Elite Sports. Here at this historic venue on day number 14 of the competition, here is the team Sprite Cricket Stars taking on the team Legends. Two teams with a lot of experience and success at different phases in the league stage, and now looking to continue with that winning momentum and put across a clinical performance to qualify for the place in the semi-final. Will it be the team Sprite Cricket Stars? Will it be the team Legends? But before that, it's important to understand the nature of the surface, and describing the nature of the surface is Mr. Devendra Kumar. It's a terrific evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha, Qatar, and time to have a look at the surface because it's going to play a key role in deciding the outcome, whether the batters be able to put enough runs on the board, where it's going to be challenging for the bowlers. Looking at the surface today, under lights, a little bit of chill is in the air. It means that it hasn't been, the amount of moisture that was rolled in this pitch hasn't been evaporated so far. If you look down on this particular surface and look at the look of the surface, and it tells us that it's looking very, very dark at the moment. It means that there is plenty of moisture in this particular surface, and it means the fast bowlers will get some seam movement working for themselves, and also there could be difference in variable pace, at the same time bounce as well from this particular surface, and it's going to be difficult for the batting unit. For me, if I'm the captain of the side and looking at the surface, I would suggest them to bowl first. Well, this pitch looks a stark contrast to what we have been witnessing throughout the tournament because of the moisture content, and it becomes equally important when it comes to making the decision at the toss, whether to bat first and bowl first. It's a cool evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Not much of breeze today evening, but there is a little bit of dampness in the pitch. To decide whether they bat first or bowl first, or are they prepared to take the challenge in this all-important toss for the second quarterfinal. Two captains, match referee and Mikhil Vaswani.
It's toss time here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, quarterfinal match number 3 in Ooredoo presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. Two teams who played very fine cricket now. One will progress, the other will have to go back. It's going to be Legends CC taking on Sprite's Cricket Stars. For Legends, Ajay is the stand-in skipper today. For Sprite, it's going to be Sunil Alexander. And to adjudicate the toss, we have Aminul Islam. Ajay, you have the coin, you'll be flipping. Sunil, you'll be calling. Heads is the call by Sprite Cricket Center. Right. You won the toss. What have you decided?
Oh, we'd like to bat first.
Have you had a good look at the surface?
Yes. But then we are going with the trend, and then we are positive when we're batting first. And then if it was negative on the toss, then we'd be trying to, play a new sort of game. So even though we prepared mentally, but then, batting we prefer. So it's good.
What's the safe total here, Sunil?
I'm looking around 120.
And any changes to your playing 11?
No, thank you. That's it.
All the very best. Big game tonight. Right, Ajay, a quick chat with you as well. What would you have done had you won the toss?
We would have bowled first, so it worked in our favour. It's just that we have a strong bowling unit. We're very confident about our bowling, so we want to restrict them and have an idea of what we want to chase. So we're in the right position.
What do you make of the surface today? Did you have a look at it?
Typically the first game there is a lot of movement in the first 4 overs, and as you would have seen in the last game as well, the ball does move around, and if you put the ball in the right places, it does help the bowlers. So we are quite confident about our bowling, and restricting them to a total, say, somewhere below 100, and hopefully even lesser than that. So.
And what about your playing 11? Any changes?
Yeah, we just have one change. Instead of Jibu, we have Jackson coming in, who's a batsman. So just to while we're chasing, just to have some extra power with the batting.
Right. Good luck. All the very best, Ajay.
Thank you. Thanks.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Sprite Cricket Stars have won the toss in quarterfinal 3, and they have decided to bat first.
Thank you, Mikhil. Thank you very much. Winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Now a little bit of breeze all of a sudden blowing across the ground here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's intriguing decision, to be honest, to whether to bat first and bowl first. Both captains happy, so it should be good fun. The captain promising 120 after winning the toss, Sprite Cricket Stars. But I had a conversation early today with a bowler from the Legends Cricket Club. It's Anish, who will certainly enjoy these conditions of getting the ball to move around. Time for the quarter-final number 2 of the championship, and it's going to be Legends 11 taking on the team Sprite Cricket Stars. And joining me at the moment to have a little bit of chat about the game and an experience so far in this tournament is Anish, who is a fast bowler and who has been swinging the deliveries away and has been taking wickets as well in this tournament. Tell us something about your experience of playing this league.
Yeah, I actually, really I'm thankful to QZ, first of all, the organizing this event, this tournament actually. I'm enjoying this moment, first of all, and the pitch is exactly good for the bowlers, I feel, because the speed and the bounce and the swing, we can enjoy that, the swing and everything. Like, it's a good experience actually.
It's a matter of just 12 deliveries for a bowler, fast bowler. Either you're bowling in the first 3 overs, the power play overs, or in the death overs. How does your approach change when you bowl in the power play overs and then in the death overs?
Yeah, actually, the 12 balls is nothing in cricket actually, but in 10 overs we can do much as a bowler. In power play, we need to control the very good swing here actually. So we need to control our length and swing. And in the death overs, we need to control the speed also, because the batsman is really expecting the speed to hit hard. So we need to control our speed and the pitching length also. So I think it's good, nice.
And how challenging it is to bowl the slower deliveries with the new ball?
We can try. I tried once also. It's too difficult in new ball to do the slow balls.
What's your mindset getting into the game? It's about just striking and looking for wickets, or it's about containing the batsman because it's a matter of just 60 deliveries?
One second, please.
What is your focus in when you get into the game? Is that about controlling the run flow, or is that about taking wickets?
No, really controlling the run flow actually, because if you are looking to wicket, no, it might be the chance of hit, because batsmen also waiting for the hard hit. It's 10 overs cricket, no, 60 balls. They want set a good target. So I feel to control the runs.
It's quarter-final, pressure game. Sure. Prepared for this kind of atmosphere, this kind of contest?
Yeah, we are settled for. We are waiting for the quarter-final at toss also. I think the toss is a very important matter for this 10 over cricket. We are set.
All the best.
Thank you.
So that was Anish, swing bowler from the team Legends, and he's of the opinion it's about controlling the run flow in T10 version of the game and then look to adjust the swing and pace according to the need and at what stage of the innings that is bowling. That was Anish, the swing bowler from the Legends Cricket Club, was trying to highlight the challenges that the fast bowlers face, especially in this format of the game where only 60 deliveries. It's about managing 12 deliveries well in his spell at different stages in the innings. And Mikhail Vaswani had a chat with Amit, who is a spin bowler. Let's take a perspective from Amit from Strikers.
It's time for a player interview segment. I'm in conversation with Amit Sheikh from the Sprite Cricket Stars. Amit, how's the experience been playing in this tournament, an initiative by the Qatar Cricket Association?
It was a wonderful opportunity for us, like playing cricket for a long time, and this was the first opportunity getting big. So it was like excited and happy to be in quarterfinals, and just 3 more games. Hope we will do good.
Take us through your cricketing journey. You've been playing a lot in the south of India, and then you moved to Qatar as well.
Yeah, I started cricketing journey in Chennai, which was the most players now playing for India as well. So there was a big competitive there, and also it was good to be there as well. Then coming back to Qatar just for work and starting the cricket is one of the biggest thing here, biggest opportunity. And this mega event happening here, this was one of the more opportunity for more players, emerging players. We can see many players here. We hope we will do well.
What's different about the other tournaments you've played in Qatar and this particular one?
Normally the B and C divisions, the tournaments will happen in the Lusail grounds. It was a normal way, and this was a big opportunity for us in the playing in this like in the stadium under lights with scoring, and we can see our games again and again. We can correct ourselves, and in the coming games we can just calculate ourselves.
Just coming back to your team, Sprite Cricket Stars, you'll have had a relatively very good league phase. What do you think is the strength of your side going into the semis now?
Normally we play T20s, now getting into T10, so it was like an examining ourselves in the first 3 games. Just had an ups and down. Hope we have came with a good plan. Hope it all works here today, and if luck with us, we will go for next.
Coming back to your role in the side, how do you look at your role in this playing 11?
As a spinner, we tried first couple of matches, and the ball was new and we couldn't grip as well. Hope we just started practicing with the new balls as well. Once our chance comes, we will fire.
Right, Amit, great to watch you play and all the very best. Sprite Cricket Stars have added a lot of flavour to the tournament. Hope you go the distance in this one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mike.
Right, Amit Sheikh there from Sprite Cricket Stars. He's had a wonderful outing with his side and clearly is enjoying the experience and exposure and this platform given to them by QCA. That's it from a player interview segment.
So that was Amit, the spinner from the team Sprite Cricket Stars, reflecting upon the change in quality after getting exposure to these conditions and also the quality of play that they've been able to exhibit in this tournament so far, and looking ahead for tonight's encounter against the team Legends. Glorious conditions here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Sprite Cricket Stars winning the toss and batting first. They got Sunil at the top of the order. Adnan has been in very good form, and Arugmuga has been scoring runs as well for the team. And they got Arif, who played a fine innings, good attacking, counter-attacking innings from Arif, and Amit, the spin option. They got Abdul Qadir, Hamad, who has been making contribution with both bat and ball. Kanan, Tony Archer is a fine all-rounder, and his bowling has been impeccable, and that's one of the reasons for their growth in this tournament. Kanan and Sunil, that's the team Sprite Cricket Stars. They're taking on the team Legends CC. They got Shobis, Russell, Ajay Jayakumar, Jitesh, Noshad. Got Anish, the swing bowler. His role is going to be vital with a little bit of moisture in the pitch and the possibility of the ball moving around under lights here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. They got Shani, who's been making vital contribution with ball and bat as well. Subin with that spin option. They got Firoz, Jashil and Jackson Johnson. That's the team Legend CC. It's going to be entertaining to watch because Legend CC, they possess an excellent bowling unit. They've got plenty of options in the bowling lineup and fast bowlers in particular. So it's going to be an exciting viewing experience for most of the people witnessing this league and waiting for the players to arrive on the field to kickstart the campaign. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Mikhail Vaswani. Good evening, Mikhail.
Good evening, Devinder. Good evening to all our viewers tuning into this live broadcast. We are coming to you from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's the third quarter-final. Sprite Cricket Stars taking on Legends Cricket Club. And a win-win here for both the captains at the toss. Sprite wanted to bat first, Legends wanted to field first, and it panned out the way they wished for as well. We saw 2 quarter-final games being played out last evening. And tonight as well, we have a double-header, the first quarter-final to start in a few minutes from now. And then we have the most formidable side, favourites in this tournament, Marcos, taking on the Desert Warriors.
That promises to be some contest. Marcos taking on the team Desert Warriors. Marcos, the team in form, winning all the matches, giving great account of their capabilities, both in batting and bowling department. And they enjoy a lot of support here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium as well. And they will be up against the team Desert Warriors, who've been brilliant in all departments. So that should be the biggest attraction tonight. Two evenly contested sides in this Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. And this is the quarterfinal number 3. It's the team Legends taking on the team Sprite Cricket Stars, where Sprite Cricket Stars winning the toss and deciding to bat first. And it will be interesting to see, Mikhail. There was a little bit of moisture content in the pitch, and captain looking to bat first.
Oh, absolutely. It was quite an interesting toss. Just a quick reminder, our title sponsors Ooredoo have been with this league right from day one. And it's been wonderful to have so many patrons on board. And coming back to the toss, in a knockout game, Sprite Cricket Stars were of the opinion they want to put the runs on the board. And Legend CC, as you may see them on your screen at the moment, well, they believe they have the bowling and the depth in their batting as well to chase down a target in a must-win encounter. Remember, it's the quarterfinals. One team lives to fight another day and the other team goes home.
The quality of work so far in this tournament, especially the bowling, has been excellent from the team Legend CC. Got the fast bowlers, and they will certainly enjoy these conditions when there is a little bit of moisture in the pitch, and no wonder the captain was happy when he was presented with the opportunity to bowl, because he thinks that he's got the arsenal in his side, the bowlers who can exploit the conditions. The ball is not going to come that well onto the pitch under lights here. It had been a hazy day coming into this tournament, not much of warmth, not much of breeze as well, and no wonder still the moisture content is quite available in the pitch, and will be interesting to see whether there is going to be some movement or not, because this pitch has been very well rolled by the pitch curator, and looks a very good surface, to be honest, apart from the possibility of ball at times stopping onto the batsman because of the moisture. The fielding team has taken the ground here, coming early. The umpires have already arrived today. Abdul Jabbar and Usman, the on-field umpires, and the quality of umpiring has been very impressive throughout the tournament, making those calls without the video assistance, which is it's a good thing, to be honest, to note that how accurate they've been, and the number of matches that they've been doing in this tournament, having that level of concentration, also fasting, coming back, but still maintaining that concentration to get through the 2 matches every day. So excellent job done by the umpires as they look to spread the field there, looking to get the man at the split position, and the openers have already arrived as well for the team Sprite Cricket Stars. They got slip in position for the right-handed batter, and they got the man at the third man on the boundary, man at the point position, man at the backward point inside the circle, man at the cover point position and mid-off on the offside. They got man in mid-on, man at the mid-wicket position. The space is available through the mid-wicket region because they got mid-on, man at the square leg position, and fine leg is also inside the circle. Arumuga, who has been amongst runs in this tournament, getting 54 runs, taking wickets as well, and he has come out to open the batting, and he's a very good stroke maker.
Oh, free-flowing batsman, very good on the eyes, looks to play along the ground. And we're seeing a change in opening combination today. Captain Sunil Alexander, ball 1, straying down the leg side, may have just brushed the pads on the way. A change in top order. Captain Sunil Alexander this time around, promoting himself.
Big match this under pressure. Both teams to start well. Sunil hasn't got many runs in this tournament, but hasn't got many opportunities as well at the top of the order. And trying to work through the onside, Anis has struck early with that late movement, and also better trying to play it across the line. That was a quick delivery and movement as well.
A very ordinary shot this time coming from Arumuga. He came in with the angle and that swing as well. Came in sharply. Playing across the line on this occasion. And this is a disastrous start here for Sprite Cricket Stars. 0 for 1. And it's the men in the huddle who are now rejoicing.
Man in form departs for naught. What a cracking start to the contest from the team. Legends Cricket Club, and Anis, who was of the opinion that he would look to exploit these conditions, and was of the opinion that he's going to get some movement, that's for sure, as he's been getting the movement throughout the tournament and has been successful in getting the ball to swing and swing it sharply and getting the wicket as well. But Adnan in form as well, 65 runs in 3 matches, has taken 7 wickets as well, and is a contender for the man of the series as well, the way he has been showing his skills both in batting and bowling department. Mikhail?
Oh yes, pressure on him. He's seen himself in this situation before as well. But I'm just baffled by that shot selection. You're facing your very first ball in moving conditions on a damp pitch and you play across the line. This is where the shot selection of many teams has been magnified in this competition. But Mohammad Adnan, what a tournament he's been having with bat and ball in the field as well.
He's been making vital contribution in all departments, but has to negate this swing from Anish, who is getting prodigious movement. Opening from around the wicket. This time short lifting delivery was taken by surprise. That ball kicked off that surface, that spot, lifted.
Just taking his eye off the ball on that occasion. But that ball as well just took off. And that's why the surface will play some tricks early on. Devinder, you did get a closer look of it, and you did mention that if you would be captaining the side, you would want to bowl first.
Yeah, just because of the moisture content in T10, you need to strike from the word go. That would have been better option. Also, handling the nerves as well, getting into the game. Just waited for that ball. How slowly that came off the wicket.
Oh yes, he had to wait for it till the very end. Adnan, he's off the mark. So are Sprite Cricket Stars, 1 for 1, losing a wicket in the very first delivery of their innings. In comes the captain now on strike. What a time for him to be in the middle.
Sunil has taken the responsibility to open the batting today in this all-important quarter-final number 3, and he wants to make sure that he provides them with the kind of start so that they can achieve their target of getting to 120, batting first. That's what he promised at the toss.
Once again, just taking off from the back of the length spot. The surface is helping the seamers at the moment, and bowlers asking questions to the top order of Sprite Cricket Stars.
There's a lot of moisture in this pitch, and also it's been very well rolled. No wonder the ball is coming off. Anish searching for one more wicket from this over. And he pulls it away on the onside and gets a boundary of the last ball of the over. It's 5-4-1.
That was the release shot coming by from the bat of Sunil Alexander. A tad bit short on that occasion, and he just launched into this one. Much needed 4. It'll release the pressure and ease the nerves in the middle as well.
Not a bad stroke, because they had men at the mid-on position inside the circle, then a square leg and fine leg. So there was that yawning gap available through the onside, and also the angle of the delivery coming back into the batsman. So no possibility of getting out leg before, and hence he handled that angle and smashed it away to the boundary for 4.
Stand-in skipper for this quarter-final game, Ajay, was at the toss and was excited to lose the toss for a change, because he was asked to bowl, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. He did see something on the surface and believed they have the bowling to restrict the opposition.
Little, what should be the approach? Because there is movement, there is extra lift from this surface, and it is challenging for the batters and 2 bowlers with the capability of getting the ball in the right area and getting deviation as well. What should be the approach for the batting team from here on?
Devinder, it's time for role play. I would tell Adnan, you drop anchor. You stay there till the very end. Others will bat around you. You have to have a mainstay when batting first. That's why it's important for Adnan to put a price on his wicket.
That ball might have pitched outside the leg stump. Also, the movement might have taken it down the leg side. But what an excellent delivery from Ajay.
Very close there. Extremely well. Look at the wicket keeper quickly coming back to position. Was moving towards leg side and quietly adjust himself. But this is a very good start with a new ball, let me tell you. It's doing something on the surface under lights.
Left arm over the stumps, this time trying to work through the offside. It's gone through the onside. And there will be a few runs here. 2 more runs accumulated by the batting team. Run making is certainly a difficult task in these conditions, the way two bowlers operating in tandem at the moment. So strike rotation and then look for those deliveries that they can put it away to the boundary easily.
Just get the impression that both the batters in the middle will not miss out on the scoring opportunities. There's not much time as well to settle in. You can't see off the new ball. You have to keep attacking. T10 can be a very tricky format.
Lofts it over and clears the boundary for a 6. First 6 of the innings.
And what a shot there by Adnan. That wasn't full, but he just plonked that foot forward and went the distance over long on. Very confident shot. Now this is what he's done in the tournament time and again. He's played with a lot of conviction.
And looking to hit it straight on the rise rather than thinking about playing across the line, as we have already seen the dismissal. A batter trying to play it across the line and getting castled. With field up, he was confident about the connection, confident about his ability to get it over the top of that fieldsman inside the circle at 30 yards. And drop the man on the boundary at the long on position in reaction to that stroke.
Just flashing the blade outside off on this occasion. Extra bounce doing him in.
We've got third man on the boundary and a man at the fine leg inside the circle, square leg inside the circle, man at the backward point, man at the point position as well in that channel through the offside for that misadventure. Excellent delivery from Ajay, angle across, bouncing away through to the keeper.
He'll have to be very, very careful with that chip shot that he's looking at the moment. Just trying to glide it down to third man. Very close to getting an edge on the way to the wicket keeper. Now Adnan is a big wicket, let me tell you. And if he can hang around for Sprite, they could be looking at the total of somewhere close to 120, which was decided by the skipper at the toss.
His presence will be vital. Ajay runs centre ball to Adnan and he's squirting the ball away on the offside behind square. There is a fumble, but there is no run. It's a good finish to the over. That's what he's searching for, and he's been able to achieve as well. 2 overs have been bowled here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Sprite Cricket Stars winning the toss, batting first on a challenging surface, 13 for 1. Adnan is betting on 9 men in form. Sunil has promoted himself to open the batting. Is betting on 4 of 2.
You can see a gale of breeze blowing across the ground, and there's a nip in the air as well. You can feel a chill around it. Great conditions, the ball moving, and the batters not giving in.
And is to continue. Hurried into that shot. It was a shot he wanted to dispatch it away to the boundary through the square region with the square leg up in the circle. Fine leg is also up in the circle. He wanted to get it fine, because they got men at the mid-wicket position, so there will be this plan of forcing the batsman to play a pull shot.
No ball signalled, free hit on offer. Perfect time for this delivery to come for Sprite Cricket Stars, because they've just not been able to free their arms in the middle. But for that 6 from Adnan's bat, It's gone quiet, proceedings in the middle.
It's going to be tense moment for the fast bowler to bowl, liberating moment for the batsman. If he capitalizes on this one, all of a sudden you will see change in momentum if he makes a connection. Anish with a short run up into bowl to Sunil, and Sunil is edging it for a single. He saw the deviation of the surface, and it's coming slow as well. Had a lot of time for the batsman to adjust to his stroke.
Oh yes, just checking his shot at the very last moment there, Sunil. This is a very fine start by both the pacers. Anis in particular. Short run up, but getting the ball to move.
And it's no ball again. Well, well, well. Second no ball of the over. How many fieldsmen inside the circle? Do they have enough fieldsmen inside the circle? Just 2 men outside the 30-yard circle allowed. They got men at the third man position and men at the deep mid-wicket position.
Where will Adnan go? Oh, he gives that a wild swing straight to the field, or rather over him at short third man, and that'll be 4. For a moment it looked like it was a catch. Though it was the free hit, there would have been a reprieve, but that's been grasped and it goes for a 4 towards third man.
Once again, extra bounce, getting the leading edge and flying it over the top of that fielder. He had the liberty of swinging at everything, and hence he went with the option of swinging his blade, getting the top edge, and ball flies over the top of the man at the short third man region down to the boundary for 4. A much needed boundary for the team Sprite Cricket Stars. 20 for 1. Not a bad start in batting department in these conditions.
Oh yes, they found the middle of the bat, they found a few edges. Again, using the pace on this occasion, sensible batting by Adnan. He's been sent with a roll and he's doing it with full precision.
Assessing the condition, he knows that stroke making is not going to be that easy, hence identifying the areas from where he can collect singles. And since the ball is coming slow off the surface, so he's adjusting his game accordingly, respecting the conditions. And this time he gets it behind the square, and the batter should be able to collect 2 here. Sense of urgency in batting department.
Oh yes, not in control of the pull on that occasion, but did well to get it away, get past the fielder and complete 2 runs. It's been a lengthy over here by Anis.
2 new balls and conceding a boundary as well on the free hit. 15 for 1. Last ball of his spell. Captain going with the option of using his services at the beginning of the innings in order to make inroads as he managed wicket in the first over.
Goes with that wild swing of the bat. 3 overs gone. The restrictions will be lifted. And in the power play, Sprite Cricket Stars have managed to get 23 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Given the fact that there's not much of pace in the surface, ball is stopping and coming to the batsman, is it a wise decision for the captain to spread the field? Because if they keep those fieldsmen inside the 30-yard circle, and the focus would be on strike rotation when they're not connecting it well. Should he continue with the same approach of having maximum number of fieldsmen inside the circle and looking to block those singles?
2 ways of looking at the situation, Devendra. You'd ideally not want to let them off the hook and rather play safe after doing a decent job in the power play. And secondly, you'd rather be happy giving away singles than boundaries, because we've seen in the T10 format 1 over worth 20 runs and it completely shifts the momentum. So I ideally would not be calling the captain defensive at this stage. I would say that he's just doing the right thing by having the fielders placed on the circle.
What I'm trying to say is that since the ball is not coming well onto the bat, so forcing the batters to take the chances and hence the possibility of creating
opportunities, yes. Absolutely, Devendra, that's a very valid point. You're an attacking captain, may I add. Oh, he's gone for that. Has he edged it? Yes, says the umpire. Mohammad Usman on this occasion. Very good ball by Shani. Some late movement on that. And Adnan departs.
Key batsman for the team, Sprite Cricket Stars. The gentle medium pacer trying to whack it through the onside. A simple catch through to the keeper. This is a poor shot selection from Adnan. He is out. The key man goes for 14. And time for celebration for the legends CC. As Shani has once again struck in his first over. And it is 23 for 2. And it's a huge setback for the team. Sprite Cricket Stars. And the cricketing star Adnan is dismissed early for 14.
Once again, Adnan getting a good start, but he's thrown it away. Legends have made their way to the middle with great energy and spark. Every wicket they get into that huddle, and the planning so far has worked extremely well for them. In comes the hero from the last game for Sprite Cricket Stars. Reason why they are in the quarterfinals, Arif Nasiruddin. An unbeaten 50 in the last game ensured that Sprite Cricket Stars sail through. He has another important outing tonight. And can he deliver? Can he stand up for his team?
The first thing first, will he play the same brand of cricket? Attacking explosive shots, taking risk and getting runs in the process and helping the side in registering a victory in these conditions. This can be a good ploy as well. Just to disrupt the line and length of the bowlers. A good cameo of 20 of 8 or 9 deliveries will be handy here.
He did mention that his team has given him the complete license to play his style of cricket. I'm sure he's not the sorts to be dominated. Shani, what a start to his spell. Talk about signs of aggression. Giving the charge here. But Shani is getting that ball to move from the back of the length area. This is very good bowling.
Will be challenged because of the amount of movement and also the pace of the surface. They got 3 men on the boundary, third man point and a man at the long off position on the offside. Hence the focus has been on concentrating on outside the off stump line. Shani has already taken a wicket and bowled an excellent delivery as well. Again the movement, taking it away from the right hand batter. He is bowling superbly well. Shape away, seam movement, which we haven't seen so far in this tournament because of the moisture content. He's getting a lot of swing and seam as well.
Oh yes, lateral movement off the deck, movement in the air, and the batters are dancing around on the 22 yards at the moment. What a surface. There again, look at the consistency in line. And what Arif has not learnt is from the mistake his partner made, who just walked back to the dugout, a similar delivery, trying to play towards mid-wicket, and Arif does the same.
Have to be circumspect about the things because you have to respect the conditions at times. Thinking about getting to 120 but 120 not available on this pitch, you have to readjust your targets as well. And again beaten, fuller length and movement away. This has been an excellent over from Shani. After taking wicket, he's been able to get another dot delivery as well. Without conceding any run, he has taken the wicket. Can he bowl a wicket maiden?
On the verge of bowling a wicket maiden. We've seen it happen twice before in this tournament. He will be the third. What I've really liked about Legends Cricket Club is how they've curtailed and minimized the extras in this fixture. Big game calls for big improvement. And it's a wicket maiden. This is top bowling by Shani, introduced in the 4th over, and he comes out there and does a magnificent job.
Suitable conditions, and with his military medium pace and movement in the air and off the surface, he's been able to take wicket as well as bowl a maiden as well. 23 for 2 after 4 overs. Arif yet to open his account. The hero from the previous match, and Sunil, who has come out to open the batting for the team, is batting on 7 of 7. Challenging conditions for the batters. A lot of movement off the surface in the air as well, and bowlers have been able to pitch the ball in the right areas, and they've been rewarded as well. 1 for 15 in his 2 overs for Anis, and Ajay Kumar conceding 8 from his solitary over and Shani. And a brilliant over, taking wicket without conceding any run. Subin, is this the time to take charge in the batting department with the introduction of spin?
What a fancied seam-up bowling. Now what that maiden in the last over will do is it'll bring about some kind of acceleration in the middle, particularly from Sunil, who's on strike. That would have been very close, but was it the height that went in favor of Sunil?
There is a little bit of extra lift available in this surface, as we have seen throughout the course of the innings as well. Ball bouncing. It might have gone. From round the wicket to right-hand batsman.
He's playing the wrong length on that occasion. Oh, the wicket keeper, Russell, unable to balance after that throw. Something has to give way here for Sprite Cricket Stars. They're getting into that rut right now. They can't get out of it. In the shell at the moment.
A lot of chirp going around at the moment. The team is dominating the proceeding. The bowlers bowling excellent line and length. They've been rewarded as well, and great support in the field as well. Subin, help for spinners also when there is moisture in the pitch.
Hits it back straight past the bowler. Shuffling in the crease on that occasion. Arif, runs coming in singles, Devinder. 120 looks a distant dream.
Even getting to 90, 80 or 90 from this will be a challenge. I thought we'll think about playing attacking shots against Subin. This time trying to come down the pitch, and he hammers it hard and he gets it over that fielder for a 6.
Now that's what Sunil Alexander can do if it's his day. Heard a lot about his batting prowess. Gives the charge and connects it very well over the cow corner region. You have to take your chances on the surface.
He's not tossing the ball up at the moment. He's hitting it into the pitch. Bowling quick and into the pitch. This time slow through the air. Another excellent delivery from Subin. A little bit of flight as well, and fuller length delivery.
That's why it's important for Sunil to pick the length from the point of delivery, from the release. Again goes big on this occasion. Has he cleared it? Oh, in emphatic style. That's brute power from his bat, and it's leaving it very pleasantly at the moment.
Yeah, at a time under pressure to find the acceleration for the team coming down the pitch and then smacking it over mid-wicket. A flat 6, 2 sixes from this over. Looking for that kind of over to get lift in the batting department. 37 for 2, 14 coming from Subin over.
And that's why I feel Ajay got a thing or two wrong here by getting a spinner at this point with a shine on the ball and still some moisture on the surface. He could have introduced another medium pacer. After that lull, we saw the storm.
And that meant a different nature of bowling introduced by the captain. The spinner taken for runs. What would be the captain's option? Will he go with another spinner of medium fast bowler? Showbiz has been given the opportunity to bowl, and they got another quick bowler in place with wicketkeeper standing up to the stumps. Another spinner.
This time he has the advantage of the longer part of the boundary. Arif on strike, momentum right now with the Sprite Cricket Stars. Oh, he's picked that up again. One bounce to the fielder at backward square leg.
They got 3 fieldsmen on the boundary. One at the backward square leg, mid-wicket and long on the onside. Got away with that. Could have dispatched it in that gap between the man at the backward square leg on the boundary and mid-wicket. We'll look to attack Showbiz as well.
Oh yes, Sunil has made his intentions clear. He's not going to hang around. He means business. What a time to introduce a leg spinner. Sunil will be playing against the turn. He's fancying the mid-wicket. Cow corner region. What a contest.
Square leg in position inside the circle. Gets it fine. There's a protection on the boundary, so he will collect a single.
They can't drop in momentum right now, Sprite Cricket Stars, and for that matter, Legends have kept things very tight. But for the last over, if they can come back well in this,
Still, they should be searching for that 80 runs mark on this surface where there is a lot of help available for the fast bowlers. It could be competitive total. Also, it's a quarter-final pressure game. Two men on the boundary on the offside. Long off in placed. Fine leg up in the circle. Got some part of the bat, and ball will definitely travel to the boundary for 4.
look at the shuffle in the crease adopted by Arif on this occasion. He practically exposed all his 3 stumps, getting an edge, and this outfield is lightning fast.
Not going to get runs if you're not willing to take risk in these conditions, and especially against leg spinners. Showbiz to Arif, and Arif is hammering it away. It's gone high, and it's gone the distance as well. 6. This has been quite an acceleration in last couple of overs from the team Sprite Cricket Stars.
What a smack he gave this one, going down on his knee, getting behind it, elevation and distance. That was a powerful strike.
Slathering through the mid-wicket for a 6. 12 runs already from this over. Has been a productive over already. 49 for 2 all of a sudden. Seen a jump in their scorecard for the team Sprite Cricket Stars. Late cut into the gap through the offside. It's a delightful cricket shot. It's gone for 4. Delicately played, but beautifully placed. 4.
Well, cheeky, smart, sensible. Well, this is how you get your runs in the middle. A 6 followed by a very intelligent shot, using the pace, and in the process getting to the 50 as well. Sprite Cricket Stars. This has been a complete shift in momentum the last 2 overs.
Was that the most stylish shot played in this league? Delicate late cut. Showbiz. 16 already. Gets a full toss and gets a dot ball as well. 16 coming from Showbiz over. 6 overs have been bowled, and Sprite Cricket Stars getting some life in last 2 overs. 53 for 2.
And what a partnership this has turned out to be. Sunil and Arif just shifting gears and taking the attack to the opposition. 21 and 13 for the captain. And Arif joining the party with 16 of 11. Both of them in cruise control mode at the moment.
Excellent partnership this between Arif and captain, playing responsible innings. 21 of 13, and Arif has started to cut loose. Excellent conditions here. Great facilities at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Lights flickering in the backdrop. Under lights here. Located on the outskirts of the city. And fantastic facilities for the spectators as well. They can come with their family members and can enjoy the game of cricket. And we've been getting decent crowd throughout the tournament. Showbiz going for 16 from his first over. It's 53 for 2. And time to introduce the fast bowlers again into the attack in order to gain some control back.
What a time to bring Shani back into the attack. A maiden wicket in that first over. That time the chips were down. And all of a sudden now Sprite Cricket Stars are calling the shots in the middle.
Sunil has the strike. Poor delivery, drifting on the pads. Straight to that man.
Did well in the end to cut that off. That was flying again to the boundary. Good roll of the wrist on this occasion by Sunil. It's the pacers who've troubled the batters. And each time a spinner has been in operation, he's been punished.
Taken full care of 2 overs from the spinners. Shani is back And Arif, who is in mood to play some attacking shots on 16. Worked away, powerfully struck, and it's gone for 4. The streak of aggressive stroke making continues.
Well, Arif is continuing from where he left. It didn't look like he's removed his pads from the last game. He was unbeaten in that game, and he's walked in and played some delightful shots this evening as well. This is wonderful hitting and counter-attack as well.
Moves on to 20 of 12. 22 for Sunil. Play and miss.
That extras column this evening from Legends has been the highlight of their bowling performance.
58 for 2. Only 2 extras so far in this innings, Mikhail, which is an extraordinary achievement. Looking at the ball moving around on this surface. This time searching for that uppercut. He's convinced the bowler. No appeal from the keeper.
And this is why a seam-up attack will come in handy on the surface. I don't think so. The spinners will be brought back into bowling.
They got plenty of options in the fast bowling department. Should be using those rather than thinking about introducing the spinners again.
A lot of support here for Sprite. Oh, it's in the slot. He gets an inside edge on this one. They quickly scamper for a single. Arif just disappointed with himself. He felt he had another opportunity there.
Yeah, with the fieldsman up in the circle at the fine leg and also at the square leg position, a finer deflection would have taken it away to the boundary. They're searching for boundary options now, looking to finish with some stroke play and take the score to well past 80 to make it competitive.
This time gets an edge. It'll fall in no man's land. Oh, they're running for the second one. This is very good running. A little bit of a misfield, and they capitalize on the second run.
Normally, this standard of fielding has been outstanding from the team Legends Cricket Club, but not this time. A fumble. Batsman was determined to take the second run, and hence the fieldsman taking his eyes off and conceding extra run to the opposition. 7 overs have been bowled at 61 for 2. Crowd developing here, and later today evening, Marcos will be in action against the Desert Warriors. This could well be the match of the tournament. Looking at the options that they have in batting and bowling department, Marcos in a great form in all departments, apart from the catching, which needs some improvement.
Immediately after the spinners were hit, the frontline seamers have been brought into the attack. Captain this time introducing himself, Ajay. Shani, remarkable bowling figures, 8 for 1 and 2. And Ajay as well, along with Anis. They have been the standout performers in the bowling department all through the tournament.
Yeah, throughout the tournament, assessing the pitch conditions, also the overhead conditions as well, and did not try to do anything extraordinary. Just putting the ball in the right areas and getting a lot of support from the pitch, and also atmospheric health in order to get some swing working for them, and they've been absolutely brilliant on spot throughout the tournament. Ajay, none for 8 from his first over to operate from East Industrial End.
Not impressed, the bowler Ajay on his way back to his run-up. That was very close again.
The batsman shuffling at the crease. He thought that was within his reach. But umpire thought that was well within his right to call it wide.
There's a thin line. Everybody feels they're right.
They missed the line, and the batsman shuffles at the crease. Ajay to Arif, and Arif is trying to play an adventurous shot. This was too far outside the opposition and further movement away. Another wide.
What I really like about Arif's approach, he's always up for the challenge, shuffling in the crease, playing around with the bowler's mindset trying to do something different, very busy as well. You need characters like him.
Can he get his line right, Ajay? Short and again, short lifting delivery. A lot of bounce available in this pitch. And first bouncer from the over, signaled by the on-field umpire.
Very good ball. That's one delivery you really cannot do much about unless you get underneath that or on top of that. If you're lucky, on top edge.
Not a bad option though. And the ball is moving around, runs not coming, still 8 wickets in hand. Again beaten with little bit of a spongy bounce. The ball is not coming that well off the surface as well, though it's getting tennis ball bounce. It's coming slow off the wicket, and that's why timing has been an issue. He's trying to pull everything. Uppercut can be better option. Shot again, gets the top edge and will get a boundary as well.
This team has a lot of support in this part of the world. Sprite Cricket Stars, every 4 is being cheered for. Fortune favors the brave, they say. Was not in control of this one. Gets a top edge, fine leg up in the circle, and it's 4 for the taking.
Not a bad option. Mikhail with 8 wickets in hand. They keep bouncing away. Need to find something working for them. They got the man on the boundary at the long off and long on position, and a man at the fine leg is very, very fine inside the 30-yard circle.
Again, just climbing on him, and he's unable to get rid of that. And it's been signaled no ball. All happening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Ajay, the bowler, is not impressed with the umpire Usman there. Mohammad Usman, he's standing his ground in discussion with the square leg umpire as well. The players, in the meanwhile, have their own concerns, and in the process, it's a free hit.
Well, the first bouncer was signaled earlier, and series of bounces bowled. So umpire is within his right to signal it as a no ball as well. Usman and Abdul Jabbar, the on-field umpires, and they will stick with the decision, and that was a correct decision as well, to be honest.
And it's important for cricket that the play resumes at the earliest and the players go back to their spots. And that's a much better side. Showbiz, who's not captaining the side, finally reconciling there with Mohammad Usman. It's been quite a dramatic over, may I add. Wides for a no ball. That's not found a lot of takers. And by the end of it, we see a thumbs up and a smile. All is well that ends well.
Ajay, what's going to be his response, because he's bowled series of bounces and it's a free hit as well. Again, the umpire signaling the free hit. The field can't change. Hammered down the ground. We'll limit this. He wants a second run. The throw is wild, and he puts in a diving effort, and it seems that he has gained the safety of the crease. The wicketkeeper is pleading with the square leg umpire, but I think with his diving effort he has regained the safety of the crease. The batsman on that occasion, look at this one, a bullet arm from the boundary towards the keeper, right end to make the throw right over the top of the batsman, bouncing in, just sticking in the pitch. Wicketkeeper coming across and putting in a labouring effort. And I thought the batsman was home.
Looked very close, but if you just go back once again on that acrobatic effort there by Russell, he was at it in a flash. This could be very close, and here the benefit of doubt will go to the batter. That's because despite the disagreement of the fielder and the wicket-keeper here, Russell, you have to give the benefit of doubt to the batter, because in naked eye it's very, very hard to pull these out.
So the bat just changing its direction the moment it was about to touch that line.
Abdul Jabbar, the square leg umpire, not pleased with something in the middle. And just having a word with Showbiz. I'll tell you what, tempers have flared in this particular game. Emotions have run high. Lots happening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Fasten your seatbelts because this quarter-final has the ingredients of a box office hit.
Well, the bowler and also the captain is angry because first that no ball, a free hit was given. Then exploring the run-out opportunity, he thought that it was a wicket. The bat changed its direction before reaching to the line. And Ajay once again looking to complete his over. This time hitting the ball into the ground and wants the second run. They're running hard, putting pressure on the fieldsmen, and they collect 2 as well. Pressure on the bowler, on the fieldsmen, on the batters as well. And this is a very, very intriguing phase in the innings now. Mikhail, if they take another 20 runs from here, match will be for the Sprite Cricket Stars. And if they take 1 or 2 wickets, all of a sudden you will find the team legends coming back in the contest.
Inside edge, goes past the wicket-keeper, but that's been nicely cut off in the deep. But the throw has been wayward, and they'll complete 2. But what an effort in the deep at third man. They certainly saved a 4. And let me tell you, on this surface, even 90 plus is 120.
A valiant effort from the fieldsman on the boundary. Ajay. It's just 51 of 29 deliveries, with 31 coming from the blade of Arif, 17 of 8 from Sunil. Arif is betting on 31 of 22 and 24 of 15 is Sunil. So this has been great partnership. Redemption in batting department, a great recovery from early stutter in the batting department. 74 for 2 after 8 overs. Ajay conceding 21 without taking a wicket in 2 overs.
I'll tell you what, this discussion in the middle, this is like a big conference going on. All the delegates there deciding what's to be done in the next 12 deliveries. What this counter-attack has done is just derailed the momentum for the legends, and that's why you see them in that huddle.
It's important to concentrate. There's still 12 deliveries to go. The match can be made and broken as well in the next 12 deliveries, and that's why animated chat from the wicketkeeper and captain as well about focusing on completing the first task, and that is to bowl the 10 overs without conceding many runs. 74 for 2. Can they get to 90? Sprite Cricket Stars, 74 for 2. Great recovery in batting department. Captain leading the ship from the front. 24 of 15. And another explosive innings coming in from the blade of Arif. 31 of 22.
Down the leg, half-hearted appeal, another single here. Arif is back on strike. We have a contest on the cards. That's because Showbiz is unafraid to toss the deliveries, and Arif is going after everything.
With 8 wickets in hand, they can afford to do that as well. Showbiz into bowl to Arif, and Arif is trying to work through the onside. He's gone, he's castled him with a great delivery. Showbiz has struck, and Arif, the batsman who was looking dangerous, is out for 31.
He had to go for it. Another tossed up delivery, but fired into the batter this time around. It was a quicker delivery, not the conventional leg spin, and almost a yorker as well. Much needed wicket here for Legends, and a big one. They see the back of Arif, and this means that another power hitter makes his way to the middle. Tony Archer, he carries great repute of being a very fine batsman in this part of the world. Can he deliver in the next 10 deliveries? But what fine innings by Arif it's been. 31 runs. He clearly shifted the momentum in favor of the Sprite Cricket Stars. All eyes now on Tony Archer and Sunil.
Tony Archer is also excellent striker of the cricket. Ball can hit big shots. Hasn't got many opportunities to bat in this tournament. What a time to come and what a time to make difference in this time. Trying to whack it through the onside. Missed the ball comprehensively. They will take a single, will challenge his existence at the crease as he has finally completed a single by signal by the umpire. But this has been a great over already from Showbiz. Quicker deliveries and batters finding it difficult to make connection.
Oh yes, he's come back well in this over. Hit straight down the ground on this occasion. One bounce into the boundary. Captain Sunil Alexander has played his part this evening. Opening the innings, he still continues to attack in the death.
Leading from front, knows the areas to hit straight down the ground, safest possible area. A lovely tossed-up delivery and decided to go with a straight bat, straight down the ground. One bounce for 4, and that was the best possible option to hit that. The rest of the batters trying to play it across the line and getting out. And that was a good shot. Under pressure, he picks up a boundary. Can they get to 95 from here on? Maybe 100.
Down the leg, wide signal, pressure on Showbiz. That's what a boundary can do. This is a very fine counter attack by Sprite Cricket Stars. This when the chips were down.
2 deliveries to go in this over. Can they strike one more boundary? Tony Archer is waiting at a non-striker and captain has the strike on 28. Heaves through the onside. How good is the connection? It's good enough, but it finds the fieldsman on the boundary. Or has that gone over the boundary?
That's been taken by Mohammad Adnan, one of the batters from Sprite Cricket Stars. It's a mighty 6 again. Flatter on this occasion. Almost going down on his knee. And look at that for a catch. They are celebrating a catch.
Is there a prize for crowd catcher? Runs into ball to Sunil, and Sunil is getting ball outside the stump. It's a bouncing ball. He gets a dot ball in, but Showbiz, after very impressive first over, has conceded 27 in his 2 overs. It's 87 for 3. 9 overs have been bowled in the first innings, and Sprite Cricket Stars are there in with a chance to complete 100 in their batting effort. After winning the toss and batting first, eager crowd here, keen interest about what is transpiring in the center, and with Marcos scheduled to play tonight, it will be quite a night.
Crowd slowly coming into the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. That's because after this they have another big game lined up of the Marcos, as Devendra mentioned, but all eyes on the next 6 deliveries. What a contest this has so far been between Legends and Sprite. The momentum has shifted. Sometimes Legends ahead, sometimes Sprite. It's been neck to neck.
That's what pressure does. That's what the beauty of quarterfinals or knockouts do. Naushad has been given the 1 wicket so far in this tournament, with the responsibility of getting 6 deliveries in this spot where he doesn't concede many runs. 7 wickets in hand. Tony Archer has a strike and is quite capable batter to hit it big boundaries. That was too far outside the off stump. Batter was suffering across. Was that a wide, Mikhail?
Well, both the batters were hoping the arms would be raised from both the sides, but Mohammad Usman grounded. Stem again missing out on the scoring opportunity. He's keeping it flat, he's keeping it wide off that range of Tony Archer.
Whether he's going to shuffle across or stand there and go inside out. Goes inside out just for a single. Brilliant 3 deliveries so far from Naushad. Quite aware about the strength of the batsman, not giving him on the pads or within the stumps to launch it down the ground. He's firing it wide, and he has been successful in just conceding single in 3 deliveries. Sunil has a strike.
Sunil has been stumped. Finally, he's walking by. You could see it there, gave the charge, didn't quite get, once again bowled far of him, and he knew it the moment he left the crease that he had to walk. Russell there, just having a little bit of a discussion. We've seen it all here between the players and the umpires this evening. It's been quite a dramatic turn of events.
Well, 2 deliveries to go. Naushad taking wicket, 4 deliveries, excellent 4 deliveries, taking a wicket and also bowling 3 dot balls as well. 88 for 4. Can they get to 95 from here on? They need a couple of boundaries here. Hamad comes to the crease, and here is Naushad into bowled Hamad, and Hamad is whacking it through the onside. Has he found the gap? Not quite. The batters will be back for 2, and 2 they will collect. They move into the 90s.
90 will always be considered as a par score, sometime an intimidating score, sometime a safe score. On this surface, you've really not been able to ascertain that intimidating score in the middle.
Last delivery of the first innings. Long off, long on in place. Mid wicket is also on the boundary. It is too far outside the off stump. It is not going to be the last delivery of the over. A wide signal by the umpire. Every run is going to be crucial in these conditions, and that's true in the quarter-final, a pressure game. Wide again.
Naushad was lucky early on. He's still chancing his left arm. A wry smile at Mohammad Usman. All happening here. Final delivery. This time, slower through the air. Just not able to get rid of this one. They'll settle for a single. 93 for 4 is what the Sprite cricket stars get in their allotted 10 overs.
Magnificent final over from Naushad. 93 for 4 in 10 overs. That's what they've been able to manage after getting up to shaky start in the batting department. Losing wickets at the same time, not quite getting the run rate working for them. But when the spinners were introduced, they took chances against the spinners and were successful in getting some batting momentum. Sunil playing a fine knock of 34 of just 20 deliveries and was ably supported by Adnan. He looked good for his 14 of 12, and Arif providing impetus to the innings with that quick fire 31 of just 23 deliveries. Anis, 1 wicket for 15, taking early wicket in the innings in 2 overs. Ajay was taken for runs in the second over, 21 in 2 overs, and Shani bowling beautifully, 1 for 8, continuing to bowl well throughout the tournament as well. And Subin was taken for runs, 14 from his over, and Shobis bowling 2 overs for 27 and taking wicket as well. And Naushad getting wicket in the final over by just conceding 6 runs. After winning the toss and deciding to bat first, they found few boundaries away in the power play overs, getting the short ball which was dispatched ably by Sunil through the mid-wicket region, and then trying to whack it because it was a free hit, and hence taking the top edge, went with that airy-fairy shot but still managed the boundary down to that region. And then placement was very good on that occasion through the square region, down the ground, and shots through the offside as well. Then late cut, delicate stroke, the best stroke in this league. Just keeping his eyes on the ball and adjusting to the pace really well, and then hitting it behind square. A powerful shot at a time when they needed boundaries, as Shani was bowling beautifully, then getting a short ball and throwing his bat at it and getting a top edge and getting a boundary as well. So Sunil and Arif batting together and getting runs. Then a lofted stroke down the ground by Sunil for 4. There's the number of boundaries hit in the process of getting to 93 in their allotted 10 overs. They managed few sixes as well in this innings. Sunil in particular was looking awesome. First heave through the onside over mid wicket. And Ajay Kumar was willing to pitch the ball up to the batsman. Spinner was introduced, and that's where Sunil took over and decided to play some attacking shots. Managed 2 sixes from that over, and clubbing it over mid-wicket, a flat stroke for a 6. Then against the leg spinner, going down his knees and smacking it, Arif on that occasion for a 6. Again, full-length delivery and made a fine connection. He was caught by Adnan, his teammate, outside the boundary ropes. So an excellent display, excellent recovery after slow start in the batting department for the team Sprite Cricket Stars. But they lost wickets early in the innings. First up in the first over with that beautiful in-swinging delivery. And trying to hit it through the onside. Adnan, after getting off to a very good start, getting 14, out caught behind. And trying to whack it through the onside against the leg spinner. Arif was dismissed, and this is how the wicket of Sunil fell. Giving charge outside the crease, did not wait for a decision from the umpire. He knew that he was outside the crease, decided to walk. So a competitive total on a challenging surface area at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, and it will be some chase from the team legends, as their batting has not been their forte in this tournament. They relied heavily on their bowling unit to win matches, and the team Sprite Cricket Stars has a decent bowling lineup. If they get the ball in the right areas and can create pressure, this could be victory for them. We take a short break. When we come back, we will have the chase.
We are back live here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Legends taking on Sprite. Cricket stars. Sprite winning the toss, batting first, putting 93 on the board. It's up to the legend openers now to give them a fine start in pursuit of 94 in 10 overs, a little over 9 and over. The contest is up for the grabs. One team progresses into the semis, the other goes home. Shani was impressive with the ball this evening, and now he has a role and a job to do with the ball. Slip in place, Sprite attacking. We are all set for the chase. Joining me in the comm box, Devendra Kumar.
It's going to be challenged looking at the wicket conditions here. There is going to be little bit of sea movement. If they get the deliveries in the right areas, there is going to be some movement. But under pressure, can they get those deliveries in areas where they are going to get some movement? 2 wickets in 4 matches for Abdul from the industrial street end. And he gets it high up in the air. This could be caught. The catch has gone down of the very first delivery in the chase.
What a costly miss. This will turn out to be, only time will say, but that should have been taken. Amit Paul, they're coming underneath that one. Did everything, but it just popped out of his hand. What a moment in the game. Went for the wild swing, got a top edge. Oh, this is elementary stuff. It should have been pouched, but it's grassed. And this chase is up and running as the legends are off the mark with the double.
Shani getting live. The movement of it and a little bit extra bounce from the surface as well, resulting in that top edge. But it's been grassed. Men at the longer position on the boundary, slip in position as well. And smashed away powerfully, and it's gone the distance as well. The response is thunderous one from the batter.
Just shuffling a bit in the crease, getting behind it with that swivel over mid-wicket, and he fetches maximum. This is what happens when you drop a catch. Now each time Shani will score those runs, it's going to hurt Amit in the field. He should have been in the dugout by now, believe the Sprite cricket stars, but he's been given a life and he's making them pay for it now.
And he's batting with a lot of liberty as well, because he's been dropped, could have been caught there, and that gives him license to play those attacking shots on this pitch. Beaten with a beautiful delivery.
Much better this time, just releasing the ball. You call that the release delivery, allowing it to stay in the air for a bit so that it can move around. A hint of late movement on this one, enticing the batter into the drive. What a match, Devender.
Early wicket is going to be key from Sprite cricket's perspective. This time getting a bit of movement, getting the thick edge as well. There is a protection, but there is a single.
Single down to third man. And this is a fine start by legends. Sprite have had their chances very early. They have let it slip away. Sunil Alexander, the skipper, the wicket keeper, played a very vital innings with the bat today. He is busy behind the stumps. Remember, it's a left and right combination.
And it's a tactical battle as well. Knowing that if they allow other bowlers to pitch the ball in the right areas, there is going to be some movement and it's not going to come off the surface that well, and hence it will result in mistimed strokes, and that's why they're putting extra pressure on the bowlers to not allow them to put the ball in those areas.
Taken on the full on this occasion, over mid-off, and that goes for another 4. This is great hitting by the openers of Legends Cricket Club.
Looking to open his account, receives the delivery in his area, fuller delivery, an effortless stroke. Did not try to hit it hard, just getting it over the top of that man inside the 30-yard circle for 4. Beautiful stroke.
The approach in the power play is very clear. They want to get maximum runs and make life easy for the other batters if and when they come to bat. And at the moment, 13 of 5, they are batting on a highway.
Standing outside the crease as well. Driven.
Good stop. Nicely played. Full face of the bat, showing the bat maker's name. And what a start here for Legends. 13 for no loss.
And that's the kind of approach they needed, Mikhail, in the batting department. We've been talking about the pitch conditions so far, and they've been challenging. So they need to do something out of the skin to upset the bowling plans, and hence the plan has been of going with that attacking streak of strokes and looking to disrupt the line and length of the bowlers, and that's where they've been successful in the first over, as they've been able to collect 13 runs.
Absolutely. You have to derail plans and just create a little bit of panic or a flutter in the bowling camp, and that's what they've done. Clearly, supporters of Sprite Cricket Stars right now will have some concerned faces.
Third man up in the circle, man at the fine leg up in the circle. The focus would be on pitching the ball up and looking to get some movement. Kannan has been introduced, 1 wicket so far in this tournament.
Oh, that's been hammered and bludgeoned over long on. Shani has just walked in and decimated the bowlers all around the park.
Full delivery, too full. And it's a brave stroke as well, because there was fieldsman in position at the long on position, but has tremendous belief in his ability to clear the boundary rope.
Just like the way he negated the swing by shuffling and getting closer to the pitch of the ball. Short and wide, gives that a wild flash. Anything full has been punished. The problem today with Sprite Cricket Stars has been the length.
And credit should be given to the batters, because the way they're batting at the moment, the intent, shuffling across and also looking to take those chances, and they've been able to get some boundaries away, and hence the bowlers are under pressure and they're making mistakes under pressure.
Loud appeal there, but much better length on this occasion. Slightly shorter though. Lucky not carted away.
Still the match is not slipped out of their grasp. The focus should be on finding the ideal length to bowl on this wicket. The length has been poor, either too full or too short, and hence they've been punished. It's all right, the batters have come with that intent of playing attacking shots. The cat's going down as well, but need to strike back as quickly as possible, get the process right, and that's the better way to do it.
Much better comeback here by Kannan. What he's doing is he's keeping it out of the range of Shani at the moment, because you've seen anything in the range of Shani and that ball has disappeared into the stands. As you rightly pointed out, all is not lost in this fixture. They may off to a good start, but Sprite can always come back. But this has been a very good approach adopted by Legend CC.
Shani in particular, 15 of 8. Too far outside the upper stump, movement away as well, and wide signal by the umpire. It's giving additional time to the batsman to have a look at the pitch as well. Also think about the options they can utilize, and he's firing it too far outside the upper stump. Not using the surface where there is some help available. It's not a good thing to do.
20 in 10 deliveries already for Legends. But that's the kind of mood they are in the middle, particularly Shani. Again, just trying to play around it, trying to pull it from good length.
Lapse in concentration momentarily, it seems, and that prompts the discussion from the non-striker. It's just about concentrating on watching the ball. It's about doing the process right rather than preempting and thinking too much about the opportunities or creating opportunity in the batting department. If they keep the mind clear, and the way they've been able to start in this innings in the batting department, it's about getting through this over and not making any silly mistake in the batting department. Otherwise, they are right on top in the as Kannan gets ready to bowl the final delivery of this second over of the innings.
Plays it towards backward square leg. There's no protection there. 4 more runs. And that's what Shani has been doing, finding the gaps with ease and scoring at a fairly brisk rate.
Fraction shot. And Engel also picking it from well outside the upper stump, quite aware about where the fieldsman is not available, and getting enough weight onto it and getting enough power into the stroke as well to take it away to the boundary for 4. Off to a blistering start, Legends in the chase, 24 for no wicket. We've been talking about the conditions, the challenging conditions, the pitch, not many deliveries in right areas, and hence bowlers struggling big time under pressure. It's a different thing altogether. You have been bowling well, that's all right, but it's about delivering at this particular moment, staying in the moment and delivering it right now, rather than thinking about what they have done so far in this tournament and what can be done. Get into the present moment and find the areas to operate in.
A lot of support is here for Sprite, and at the moment they're all wearing a worried look on their face. But what a start here by Legend. Complete control of proceedings in the middle. 2 overs, 24. They've made full use of the power play. They've taken their chances, played some delightful strokes, using the restrictions to best advantage.
And Abdul, who conceded 13 from the first over, created the opportunity as well. Can he take the wicket? They need a wicket desperately. Sprite Cricket Stars.
Got that to move sharply into the batter. Nicely fielded. A shy at the non-striker's end. Oh, and in the process that has beaten the fielders who are backing up, and that's running away to the boundary ropes as well. Will settle for a single in all of it.
Well, the response from the fielding team and also bowling hasn't been impressive. They've been put under pressure by the batters by playing attacking shots. Also the drop catch, and now the body language, and also the execution of the deliveries hasn't been good so far from the team. Sprite Cricket Stars, Abdul, none for 14. He's into his second over. Wants to change the field there, asking the fieldsman at the mid-off position to go on the boundary at the long-off position, and then at the sweeper position coming inside the circle at the extra cover position on the offside. Fine leg is up in the circle.
Again, gives that swivel, fine leg up in the circle. That's racing away for another boundary. It's a run fest here in the middle, and it's raining 4s and 6s.
Batters getting the deliveries in the areas they want in. Look at this one again, a half volley on the leg stump. And with the fine leg up in the circle, he was also in a squarish position. Easy put away from the batter. Everything is working in the batting department as they're receiving the deliveries in the areas they want. And they've been able to capitalize it to great effect so far. 29 for no wicket.
23 and 11 for Shani. What an innings he's playing in the middle. Pitched up on this occasion. That's been played towards the extra cover region. They'll settle for a 1. Good effort there by Tony Archer in the deep.
Need some kind of conference in the middle huddle to sort out what needs to be done. Take a deep breath and concentrate on the bowling plan that was given before the start of the contest, and as they've been witnessing also how the opponent bowlers bowled Anis in particular, Ajay and Anis, they need to take a cue from that and then look to explore those opportunities rather than getting too much worried about what's batsmen trying to do to them.
Nicely played, nicely bowled, very good cricket, playing with soft hands, looking for the second. It's Abdul who had to give chase on that occasion. You just get the impression that Legends are batting on a different surface in the second innings.
It's just because of the different approach to batting. They dropped the early catch. Things could have changed drastically, and after that it had given freedom to Shani, and he started playing shots, and all of a sudden you see bowlers struggling to get the line and lengths right, and this time he thumps it down the ground. Couple of runs.
Easy pickings here for Legends. They are well set at the moment. They've got a good measure of the pitch and the bounce on it. What they're nicely doing is rotating the strike at the same time, despite getting those boundaries effortlessly.
Also, the mindset of the bowler. what he's thinking about. He's thinking about not conceding boundaries, not thinking about get the ball in the right area and then look what he can get from the surface. At the moment, the focus is on end results, not conceding boundary. This time around, slower and a wider as well, and a wide signal by the umpire.
This has been a rollicking start for Legends in the power play. They have kept up with that asking rate, and what they've done in the process is just deflated the Sprite Cricket Stars in the middle, and the energy is missing right now. Pulls that again. They've been in control of most of the shots they've played in the middle this evening. Another good over here for Legends Cricket. 3 gone. It's 35 for no loss.
But in the bowling department, it hasn't been about the skill level or ability of the players. It's about execution, and the pressure plays a vital role. Different people react differently to pressure situations. Shani has been batting with freedom, 27 of 14. He's batting with positive intent, and Ajay 6 of 4, 35 for no wicket. How they react to the pressure situation, that's important. It can be a derailing effect on the mind of the bowler or batter, or it can give a real boost about the opportunity of performing in a big match here. They need someone who can get wicket or two for the team in order to come to the rescue of the team. They need someone to stand up tonight. Otherwise, the Legends are rollicking along. 35 for no wicket.
We've not seen Haramuga today open the bowling. He's been doing it in the previous games. Kannan to continue. 11 off his first. The restrictions have been lifted. The field has spread out. You have 2 on the offside, rather 3 on the offside behind the wicket. Third man, short gully, backward point, and then 1 at short fine leg. Has that taken the edge on the way? Yes, it has. Kannan strikes. It's a big wicket. Shani departs. It's all happening here. This is what they were looking for, and they'll be happy to see the back of Shani. He departs for 27 and 14.
A major boost to the chances for the team's Sprite Cricket Stars. They needed it desperately, not the fashion they wanted to get him out. Caught down the leg side. But Kannan has struck, drifting down the leg side, trying to hit it through the onside, getting the inner part of the bat in, and catch was taken. Huge celebration, an opportunity to discuss their game plan as well. Kannan is striking and taking the big wicket of Shani, who looked quite impressive. 27 of just 15 deliveries, taking the attack to the opposition with some outrageous cricket shots in this innings. 35 for 1. They had just found the wicket, and Shani is the only batter who looked comfortable with his stroke making. Will that bring about change in momentum for the team's Sprite Cricket Stars? They need to bowl well. They can still win this game from this stage in play, but they need a couple of wickets in quick succession, and hence that feeling that the wicket is doing a bit here. Jitesh has come out to bat in man in form, 59 runs already in this tournament. The QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022 quarterfinal number 3. It's a team Legends taking on the team Sprite Cricket Stars. Sprite Cricket Stars winning the toss and batting first, posting 93 in the chase. That Legends team, after a flying start, they just lost the wicket, 35 for 1.
Much needed breakthrough here for Sprite Cricket Stars, but at the moment Legends still ahead in this equation. 35 for 1. Good start here for Kannan.
Beautiful delivery, almost inducing the batsman in playing a false shot. That should have been the approach.
And look at where the bowler reached on his follow through. Almost reached the other side of the 22 yards. Well, he's having the momentum with him. He's got the pace, and he's enjoying himself as well.
And Timon, they just got the wicket. That's the boost that they needed. Otherwise, the rest of the bowlers you saw struggled to make impression, a bit worried about what they've been executing. But now he's taken the wicket. He wants to make sure that he rules this arena, 22 yards. with his bowling performance. This time it's been cut away and cut away disdainfully for 4.
Very fine shot from the bat of Jitesh. He's off the mark. Now he was cutting a tree on this occasion. There he goes with that slash. And once it went past that fielder, backward gully rather. That was 4.
That was a real crash down to the point boundary for 4. Shades of Virendra Sehwag in execution of that shot. Precision and perfection and the right meeting point as well to get that ball into the gap through the offside. It's 39 for 1. They lost the wicket, still continuing to play shots. Kannan 1 for 15 into second over. Gets a dot ball in all of a sudden after playing a delightful cut shot. Mikhail, all of a sudden he looks out of shots. Jitesh.
For a chasing side, anything in excess of 90, no one can afford to relax. A dot ball will always mount as added pressure. And despite scoring a boundary, a dot ball will create that asking rate surge.
Kannan to Jitesh. And Jitesh is bowled with a beautiful delivery. No footwork from the batter. That was a classic medium paces wicket. Batsman hanging in the crease, feet rooted, and that's what he does. Gets his line right, gets his length right, and he takes second wicket from the over. Fuller length delivery, little bit of deviation of the surface, and that's what we've been trying to highlight. And if you pitch the ball in right areas, there is enough movement and deviation available in this pitch to have a serious impact in this chase with ball in hand. Jitesh, after playing a cracking cut shot, is dismissed by Kannan as he takes 2 wickets from the over. And all of a sudden, it's 39 for 2.
Boys are back in the huddle with the high fives. On that occasion, I got the impression the ball didn't rise as well, kept a little low. And in the process, 250 wickets have also been accounted for in the Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. 250 wickets have fallen up to the third quarter final. 27 matches, 14 days into it. What an extravaganza it's been.
Great opportunity for fringe cricketers to showcase their skills in this tournament, B and C division. Representation from every part of Qatar. 39 for 2. Kannan 2 for 15. Can he take one more wicket from this over? Subin, the new batsman, in and gets a full delivery. It's been circumspectly played defensively by Kannan. Of Kannan's bowling, 2 wickets for 15 in 2 overs. Very good performance.
Credit has to go to the captain again, Sunil Alexander, to persist with him despite going for 11 runs in that first over. Shani, after a blazing start, departed for 27 and 15. Jitesh came and played a very good looking 4 backward of square and then was castled by Kannan. So Kannan just bringing Sprite back into contention. But Ajay Kumar and Subin carry with them great repute. And that's why it'll be up to them now to take things forward and stitch a vital partnership.
And it's imperative from bowling perspective to have a medium pacer operating rather than the spinner at this stage in play. And using the front line fast bowler to come in and take one more wicket or 2 to create doubt amongst the players sitting in the dressing room about what the pitch has to offer. Tony Archer has been taking wickets regularly for the team. Sprite Cricket Stars, and has been making vital contributions, especially in bowling and catching, has been introduced into the attack from the Industrial Street 10. 6 wickets in 4 matches. And got man at the long off and long on position on the boundary.
Into the left-handed batter, nicely driven for a single towards long off. Just like the way he played that and got to the pitch of the ball. We've rarely seen such cover drives and off drives.
Yeah, he's looked impressive. Only 6 he's betting on, just 4 deliveries. But that boundary also, a lofted stroke over the top of mid-off. And now again this shot, so he's looking in complete control of execution of his strokes. And he's someone who will be willing to play that anchor role, sheet anchor role, and looking to take the team over the line with his presence at the crease.
As he got the edge on the way to the keeper, yes it is, Tony strikes in his second delivery. Sprites are all over them at the moment. It's a delightful start after conceding a few runs.
Round the wicket to right-hand batsman, also full length delivery as well. Pitching the ball up, movement away, and no footwork from the batsman, just hanging his bat out and nicking it through to the keeper, inducing the edge with the length and a movement as well. And Tony Archer has claimed a first wicket for himself and third for the team. It's 40-3. All of a sudden, a drastic change in momentum.
Tony doing a Jofra here, Devinder.
Absolutely.
Striking in the very first over.
Absolutely, and the areas that he's operating, it is getting the ball to move, and he's pitching it up as well. Good strategy also, operating from round the wicket, and it had everything: the length, the movement, and also the edge, and which was accepted by the keeper behind the stumps. Archer has his first. It's 40-3.
The legends have it right in terms of the asking rate. They're going at a decent clip and over. The wickets column is a problem for them. They can't afford to lose wickets. Jackson makes his way to the middle. Their skipper is stranded at the other end. See 3 wickets fall right in front of him. And Archer has begun exceptionally well in the second delivery. Induces the edge.
From round the wicket to right-hand batsman. Full delivery, this has been driven down the ground. And driven down the ground for a single. Ajay has to take the responsibility of keeping strike with him for majority of overs in order to regain the momentum in batting department. Otherwise, with new batsmen coming, ball swinging around, and the way Tony Archer is bowling at the moment, you never know wicket is round the corner.
Coming with an angle that's leaving the right-handed batter, and this one will come into the left-handed batter. Oh, he's been castled, trying to play across the line. It was the in-swinger on this occasion, just what I mentioned some time back. It will be tailing into him, and all of a sudden legends have got into self-destruction mode.
Tony Archer is a tormentor here, once again sticking with that full length delivery. And batter trying to heave it through the onside. His channel was not affected by the intent of the batsman to take charge and hit it through the onside. He's pitching the ball in the right area, getting enough amount of movement and beating that cross-patted shot from Ajay. The batsman was looking impressive. He has been dismissed, and now it's 41-4. 2 wickets for Tony Archer.
And how quickly things change in the T10 format. In the first 2 overs, they were 24 for no loss. In the next 2 overs, they are 41 for 4. We've seen it all unfold in a matter of minutes right in front of our eyes as Anis makes his way to the middle. 2 new batters. Tony Archer striking twice in that first over of his. It's all to play for.
Full delivery. Almost shocked the batsman on that occasion and gets a dot ball in. He's right on top, Tony Archer. And the change was finding the areas for the bowlers. Same batsman facing them, but once they got the ball in right areas, there is enough help for the fast bowlers. The movement in the air as well as deviation of the surface. And Tony Archer has been very effective with landing or deliveries. Can he take one more wicket from this over? pull, and he knocks him over. 3 wickets from the over. What over from Tony Archer. He has put the opposition into submission mode with 3 wickets.
I'll tell you what, this over by Tony Archer will leave even Jofra Archer impressed. He struck and he's hit the willow with great precision and accuracy and with consistency. Again, it's the swing, it's the movement in the air that completely breaks and crashes into the stumps and makes the batter look so ordinary. Tony Archer has been introduced and he's taken 3 wickets in 1 over. Anis departs for 0 and half the side is in the dugout.
3 wickets for Tony Archer. Full length deliveries and attacking the stumps. First to right and better from round the wicket, pitching it up and getting the deviation, inducing the batsman into the shot and nick through to the keeper with a lovely delivery, shushing the batter to go for the shot and hence edging it through to the keeper. Then against the left hand batter from wide of the crease, late movement, defeating the intention of the batsman to work it through the onside, and then classical delivery again wide of the crease, late movement, little bit of angle and a late movement, and both staying low as well and castling. 3 wickets, can you believe it? What a tremendous over from Tony Archer. 41 for 5. All of a sudden, last 2 overs have been giving nightmares to the batters, and Arumuga has been introduced. 3 wickets for him in this tournament. Can he compliment with the efforts being done by Tony Archer, in particular from the over number 5?
What a fine exhibition of swing bowling we've seen this evening, particularly from Tony Archer, using the crease, coming in with an angle, getting the ball to move into the left-handed batter as Arumuga now steams in. Legends are at the moment all over the place. They were in full control of the chase, and all of a sudden now they find themselves in troubled waters, courtesy Tony Archer.
Tremendous bowling. Late swing in the middle phase of the innings as well. After getting up to a cracking start, he's shown that if you get your process right, there is a lot in atmospheric conditions to get help and take wickets as well.
Edged over the fielder at backward point, and they'll race away for a 4 against the run of play. A boundary comes for Legend and just getting back. It's about finding the right length, Devinder. On this occasion again, the length not coming in handy for the bowler.
Too short, and hence been taken for runs. Only the bowler who seems to be in complete control with his length is Tony Archer. Arumuga needs to pitch it slightly fuller. Shot again poor delivery.
Does well to keep it to 1. 2 things here. From Sprite's perspective, they can't let them off the hook now. They cannot get complacent. Legends, they need one good partnership at a brisk rate, and they'll have that 1 foot into the semi-final.
Handling the pressure well. And if the Sprite Cricket Stars bowlers find their ideal length on this pitch, it's going to be difficult for batting unit because still there is a lot of help. Here is Arumuga. Can he get his length right? Full length delivery. Will take a single with the required rate shooting up to 10.85. Every single or every dot ball is going to be precious from Arumuga and Sprite Cricket Stars perspective.
47 in 26. Asking rate touching 11 at the moment. Jackson and Russell are aware of that demand. Pitched up, driven down the ground, nicely fielded, shy the stumps. This could be close. Oh, it's been missed again behind the stumps. Poor fielding, poor backing up, and an extra run conceded.
Got to be spot on. 2 back-to-back excellent overs. This was also developing into some over where they They've been maintaining the pressure situation, but again the wild throw resulting in that extra run. Last ball of the 6th over, 49 for 5, scoring at the rate of 8.40, and courtesy that blistering start in the first 2 overs where they collected 24. Rumuga needs to finish it well. 8 already from this over. Very good delivery, taking the pace off and getting a dot ball as well. 6 overs have been bowled here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's 49 for 5. The team legends, and that's what transpired. Contrasting starts for both sides. The team legends off to a flying start, and in the space of 3 overs there has been complete shift in momentum, with the Tony Archer in particular claiming 3 wickets from the 5th over, totally absorbed to the scene and the action that is taking place in the centre. Mark host to play the 4th quarter final against the team Desert Warriors, and the crowd is filtering in and building for that exciting encounter ahead of us. But before that, the match is intriguingly poised here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, the 3rd quarter final.
Oh yes, indeed it is. Back live. Nicely flicked off his pads this time around. No cover there, no protection. This is a very good shot by Russell. He was in complete control of this one. Pitched up on this occasion and punished.
Yeah, from round the wicket, pitched up, but beautifully clipped behind the square. Beautifully clipped. The timing was exquisite from the batter, and also the flick of the wrist as well.
Oh yes, looked very classy, very good on the eyes. Some shots are stylish and they catch and grab your attention as well. Can Russell turn up as hero tonight for legends, or will Sprite sneak out a win? Anything is possible here.
Upishly played, straight to the man on the boundary. We are heading for a fascinating finish to this encounter, a thrilling finish, and that's what you witness at times in quarterfinals. The reactions that they get under pressure, how they react to different situations. There will be shift in momentum, that's for sure. That's how the game has been developing. Topsy-turvy contest this.
Played towards mid-wicket. I'll keep that to a single. I'll tell you what, it's anybody's game from here, because one good over for legends and this equation is in the balance at the moment then.
4-1-1 from Tony Archer. So far they've been able to collect 6. They need 11 runs from the over. They need at least one more boundary. Tony Archer, can he take one more wicket? He took 3 from the previous one. Full delivery, slower delivery, hammered straight down the ground, and it's gone the distance. It's gone for 6, and Russell has taken the chance, and it has resulted in a 6, a jail-breaking 6 from Russell.
Legends continue to fight. They are not giving up yet, and there's enough batting still to follow. This is a long and a deep batting order, let me tell you, for the Legends, and that shot signifying their intentions in the middle.
Standing outside the crease this time around, takes the leading edge, and going over the top of that field, it's going to run away to the boundary for 4. 3rd boundary from the over. What a contrasting over this from Tony Archer, taking 3 wickets from the previous over, changing the match in this over. A little bit of help, a little bit of luck, but finding 3 boundaries. They are back in the business at the moment, back in control in batting department. The team Legends, 65 for 5.
What a match we are having here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. The heartbeat is racing for the fans of both the sides.
Should he change his length? Tony Archer. Full toss. It's gone high up in the air. The catch has been taken eventually on the 2nd attempt. Tony Archer picks up the 4th wicket, and he becomes the leading wicket taker in the tournament.
What a catch to take under pressure, running backwards of his own bowling on the second attempt. Tony Archer, you beauty. He's gone for runs in this over, but he's also got his man. This game is shifting momentum with each passing minute. Let me tell you, people on their feet, edge of the seat action unfolding here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. 65 for 6 in 7 overs as Russell, after playing a cameo, departs.
16 of the 6. Jackson, 9 of 7. Legends, 65 for 6. The current rate is 9.29 and the required rate is within their grasp, 9.67. Courtesy 4 single 6-4 wicket. How is going to finish this over? Tony Archer taking 3 wickets from the previous over and conceding runs from this over and taking wicket as well. Can he take one more wicket, or can the legend batsman smash it to the boundary to disturb his figures? Jessel comes to the crease.
This game is not over here, let me tell you. Jessel makes his way to the middle. Been given a few words by Jackson. It's Jessel Jackson in the middle for the Legends Cricket Club. Adnan, he's used to such situations. He's been saved for such situations. Can he strike? He will do one thing consistently: hold a line and hold a length.
It's a good start to his bowling spell. The length that he should be aiming at, as he's been getting a lot of purchase from this surface and he's been able to get a dot ball in. 29 to win from 17 deliveries. And they got man at the third man on the boundary. Beaten with beautiful delivery this time around, taking the pace of the ball.
What Adnan is smartly doing is just keeping it out of his range. Predominantly, Jessel is looking at the mid-wicket region. He's keeping it far away from him so that he'll have to reach out to it. Don't be surprised if you see a little bit of a swivel or a shuffle in the next ball.
Discussion with a non-striker. What's going to be his response? Jessel yet to open his account. Is he confident enough to shuffle across and take a chance here? Full delivery, full toss, and he knocks him over. And he takes wicket. Adnan striking in his first over. And all of a sudden, the game is changing again in the bowling team's favour.
He has a knack of breaking partnerships, Adnan, and he's done it again in his third delivery of the first over. This time, just dipping into the batter, getting an under edge and rolling on the stumps. What a moment in the game. 8th wicket falls here. 7th, beg your pardon, as Jessel departs for a duck.
Takes us to that slow delivery from Simon Jones to Michael Clarke. The test match was intriguingly poised in 2005 as a test match. The slower delivery dismissing Michael Clarke of the last ball of the day's play. And from there, the test match changed, and that's what could be a catalyst in this game as well. This wicket with this great delivery. Firoz comes to the crease. 4 matches, just 1 run against his name. And Adnan has just taken the wicket. 3 dot deliveries and a wicket as well. That's why the quarterfinals are so exciting to watch.
Just bowls a dummy on that occasion. Adnan, this equation now, 29 needed in 15 deliveries, still very possible.
Sprite cricket has a little bit of advantage because they've been able to take 7 wickets, but need to execute their game plan well. Otherwise, a cameo from someone can win the game for the Legends as well. This has been cracked away to the boundary for 4. We do not know which team is going to win from here, as Firoz cracks it through that extra region for 4.
This game keeps throwing up new equations and new situations, let me tell you. Just when you feel that Sprite is edging out their counterparts, in comes a 4 or a 6.
great fun commentating and taking note of the reactions from the players rather than being there in the middle and experiencing good delivery. Just pulling his length back. The response is different since he's been hammered through the covers for 4. Decided to pull his length back, and this has been spot on over, barring that fullest length delivery when he was put away for 4. Brilliant over so far from Adnan, taking 1 wicket for 4, and they need 25 to win from 13 deliveries. It's becoming increasingly difficult from Legends' perspective.
There's a big gap between cover point and long off.
Get a boundary away. Full toss, looking to whack it through the onside. How did that miss the stumps? He gets a dot ball in, and Adnan has bowled an amazing over. Taking a wicket as well, and it is 69 for 7.
Take a look at the bowling card. Watch out for that number 3 bowler, Tony Archer. 4 for 18 in his 2 overs. He's been the man who's been the difference between the two sides. Kannan as well. He began the flurry of wickets by taking the top 2 wickets for 15. Adnan with a wicket in the last over, pulling things back. Abdul Qadir though, just being a touch expensive. Fall of wickets, 35, 39, 40, 41, 41. That's when Tony Archer was striking. And then 65 and again on 65. But this is going to be the crucial over.
Wickets in cluster. Arumuga conceding 8 runs from his first over. Was struggling to get the ball in the right areas, and it's a precious situation here for the team. This is the over that the batting team will target in order to come close to the victory target. 8 from the first over, not quite getting his length right in his first over. Under pressure, can they deliver it for the team? Sprite Cricket Stars. What's the field? They got fine leg up in the circle, third man up in the circle, man at the sweeper position on the offside, man at the long off position, long on, mid wicket, and then at the square inside the circle. Interesting field.
That's what the batters have not done, is get in line of the ball, get behind the ball. They just stood in their crease, rooted, and trying to play the tennis ball heave over mid wicket. Not surprised there. Firoz just going up to Jackson and saying, just try to come in line so that you can get some bat on ball.
Conscious approach to bowl wide up off stump. As he waits with a low back lift. Full toss down the leg side. Opportunity to put that on the way to the boundary with fine leg up in the circle. What a miss. Arumuga also feeling the pressure. It's a crucial over in the proceeding. 24 to win from 11 now.
That's an opportunity gone a begging. Could have easily gone behind square with fine leg up in the circle. He'll have to re-bowl that. An extra run also been given.
Full delivery beaten. Outswing for Arumuga and a massive relief as well. After drifting one down the leg side, also fuller length delivery. With better footwork, he could have deposited it over the boundary.
And this is the tail in operation here for Legends. It's the bowlers now who will try to become batters. But can they become heroes tonight? Remember, the team that loses heads back home. And at the moment, Legends can't afford more dot deliveries. What a movie this is turning out to be.
They've been able to make timely contributions. It's not that they've been dominating the play, the team. Sprite Cricket Stars in batting in the middle stage. They found Sunil, kept scoring runs. This has been driven straight to the man for a single. This turns out to be a significant over from Sprite Cricket Stars perspective. Just 2 runs from 3 deliveries.
What a match we've witnessed. By far the best quarterfinal so far in the tournament.
And that's what we love about quarterfinals. The pressure, the reactions. It's a different game altogether. When you play at the league stage, you have options. Now no option, you need to deliver it, and that's why over the years we have seen some iconic figures in the cricketing world and then some average players. It's a temperament thing.
Another opportunity that was full on the pads. Should have been dispatched. Feroz.
Heart is racing for the batter, racing for the bowler as well. Potential opportunity, full toss on the leg stump with fine leg up in the circle. Another miss from the batter. In normal circumstances, with a quality batter on the strike could have deposited it for a boundary, but it hasn't happened. He got away with that. 72 for 7, 22 to win from 1.2 overs.
Aramuga has kept things quiet, been a little lucky.
Get a boundary from where? On the rise and smashed away for 4. They're still fighting it hard. Jackson with that juxtaposed shot.
Oh, he gave that a punch, and what a shot on the rise. Stand and deliver. Pressure back on Sprite. 18 of 7. This game is not over, let me tell you. Another 4 here, and you could see the dugout of legends on their feet.
More changes in the field. Now they got the man at the fine leg, at the squarish position on the onside, man at the point position on the boundary, man at the cover point position on the boundary, extra cover inside the circle, long off, long on, mid wicket, and just one man behind the square on the onside. Focus would be on widest delivery outside the off stump. Can he deliver a boundary here? This time he tongs it over. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone out of the boundary for a 6. The match is not over as yet.
This is something very special. I don't know from where he's brought that shot, but he's brought it at just the right time. What a power hit over mid-wicket. This game is not over. 12 of 6, 2 big hits away from what will be a famous win for the legends. Jackson Johnson, 20 and 12, is bringing out some delightful strikes.
What a shot, what a time. Bringing the match back in contention. Final over to be bowled. 12 to win. Pressure on the bowling unit now. Adnan, who bowled a superb over, just conceding 4 from the previous one. Now they will go for everything, the batters. They got Jackson, the way he's been stroking the ball. There will be challenge. Feed him the strike. More contemplation, more discussion about what the field should be. They had only 2 fieldsmen on the onside on the boundary before that stroke was deposited over the mid-wicket for a 6. Adnan has the responsibility. He has been delivering in crunch situations for the team. Can he deliver tonight?
You're all set for ball number 1 of the final over. 12 needed. Goes for the big hit. They quickly run for that single. And the good news here for legends is Jackson is back on strike.
Jackson, who has been stroking the ball beautifully. 20 of 12. Getting the timely 6. Timely 6 to keep the team in the contest. 11 to win from 5. The focus would be on keeping the strike and looking for boundaries. Can he finish the game for the team? He takes his time as we look at the field as well. They got 3rd man on the boundary. Point inside the circle. Man at the cover point position. Sweeper cover on the offside. Long off on the offside. More fielders. 3 on the onside on the boundary. This time looking to drag it away. Poor from the keeper. There will be a run. But will there be extra? And it's a wide as well. Pressure. Pressure on Adnan.
10 of 9 of 5 now. This equation is getting easy for legends. They've really worked hard to get this far. They've had their moments. And I'll tell you what, this is a nail biter. Ingredients, as I mentioned some time back, for a box office hit, and so it is. Edge of the seat action. We have a few people standing here as well in our com box. Adnan does not quite connect it on this occasion. Another single, make that 8 of 4. 2 boundaries away from a famous Vania legends.
And they got Jackson on a strike. 2 boundaries in 4 deliveries. Can he get it? Jackson 20 of 12. So far he has been able to respond in crunch situations to bring team in a position from where he can win it.
How about a super over, Devinder?
Full delivery and hammered hard. There is a fielder and it has to be limited to a single, and it is. Excellent response from Adnan.
And let me tell you, very good fielding effort by Hamad as well. They were pushing for the second. He got an awkward bounce, but he collected that clean and released it as well. And with a good rocket throw, a gun throw straight to the wicketkeeper's end. You can't blink an eye in this game, let me tell you. 7 of 3. It is the fight of their life at the moment for both the sides.
Both the batters looking calm under pressure. Just a gentle word of advice given by Jackson to Firoz, who's betting on 6. Is that about feeding strike back to Jackson? Is that about going for the glory? How calmly he's marking the crease at the moment. Full delivery and clipped away through mid-wicket. And they will collect only a single. Now Jackson will have a strike and they need 6 to win from 2.
We've seen some of the most famous wins being completed with the big hit. And if there's one man who can do it with ease and elan, it is Jackson, and he's on strike. Who will it be? Legends or Sprite? This match has brought everyone on their toes, let me tell you.
The bowler is confident, the batter is confident. And here is Jackson coming down the pitch looking to hit it through the onside. And, oh, there is a misfield. There is a misfield. The batter will go back for the second. Will this be the game-changing moment? The bowler cannot believe it. It could have been limited to a single. And Jackson off a strike. But 2 runs and Jackson on a strike. 4 to win from the final delivery.
Look at the crowd, look at the dugout, look at those faces. Everyone on their toes, everyone on their feet. Everything has boiled down to this one final delivery. 1 ball, 4 to win. Legends or Sprite? Who will it be? The crowd on their feet, getting up from their seat and coming to this point.
Do you know the result? Which team is going to win, Mikhail?
Oh my God, what is this going to be like? Who's going to win it by the barest of margins? Adnan's teaming in. Oh, it's Sprite Cricket Stars that prevail in this nail-biting finish, and it's Adnan who holds his nerve and will win this game under pressure as they move into the semis, converged by the players from the dugout. This has been a phenomenal win by Sprite Cricket Stars, and what a moment for them. They'll rejoice in euphoria. It's ecstasy, but legends win hearts, coming tantalizingly close. It's agony for them and euphoria for the Sprite Cricket Stars.
And what a brilliant performance from Adnan under pressure. They were on the verge of a victory there. They needed a boundary, and he delivered a fine delivery under pressure. A lot of expectation. Misfield also from the final over, but still they've been able to deliver the result home. Great, great final over from Adnan. And you can understand the disappointment from Jackson in particular. He has given everything to the unit. He kept them in the hunt till the last delivery, but could not find a connection of the last ball of the over. 23 of 15 from Jackson, and you can understand the disappointment on their faces as they walk off.
They win hearts, clearly. Legends, you feel sorry for them. Heart goes out for them as well. They've fought really hard. They've had the odds against them. They've been pushed to the wall, but they rose in tense situations. and they gave a very good account of themselves. Jackson, the lone warrior, despite a great start by Shani, he was fighting a lone battle. Russell came and played a cameo, coming very close and going down by 3 runs in this equation. What a quarterfinal we witnessed, Devinder.
Well, they needed response in the bowling department, and it was going away from them. Then Tony Archer taking 4 wickets, 3 wickets from single over to bring the team back into the contention. Then Kannan taking 2 wickets for 15 after conceding plenty of runs in the first 2 overs. It was a dramatic change in momentum, and then it was carried forward, but Jackson kept putting the ball away to the boundary. But Adnan in the final over was spot on and helping the team, winning by 3 runs. They needed boundary of the final delivery, and it delivered a dot ball. Sprite Cricket Stars winning by 3 runs in a thrilling finish to the quarter-final number 3 here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Sprite Cricket Stars winning the toss and batting first, posting 93 for 4 after early stutter. And Sunil getting captain of the side, 34 of 20. Arif 31 of 23, Adnan 14 of 12 contribution, and Nosad taking 1 for 6, 1 for 8 from Shani. Anis taking 1 for 15 in response. 94-8 they've been restricted to courtesy. An outstanding final over from Adnan, 12 for 1 in his 2 overs, and Tony Archer with those 4 wickets, 3 wickets from single over to turn the tide, and it was vindicated when Adnan bowled a fantastic final over. Sprite Cricket Stars qualify for the semi-final by registering a win in a thrilling encounter by 3 runs.
We'll take a look at the fours. This time Ajay began very well. It was great intent and execution by legends in the chase. They took off and they were off to a flying start, scoring boundaries on all sides of the ground, in front of the wicket and square of the wicket, and that's what kept them going. They mustered 24 runs in barely 2 overs, and they took their chances as well, sometime lucky, getting a few edges, and in the process they were dictating terms in the middle. Some very fine cuts and pulls this time around, just beating the fielder backward a square, and backward a point rather. Over the infield, the restrictions were in place and they made good use of it, legends, and it looked like they were on course for chasing down this particular target. Not until Tony Archer came into bowl. That was another flick of the pads, a very nicely executed shot there by the batters. But once Tony started executing his deliveries, another top edge, signs ominous that he was getting some movement and deviation off the track, and that's when you could see things happening. Just when it looked like they were getting the boundaries, they were also losing wickets. But there were quite a few boundaries that force came off their bat, because they went down till the final ball. They counter-attacked, they didn't give up the challenge, they didn't throw in the towel, as even the tail hung around and got the boundaries for them. Pressure was piling on the fielding side, and we saw it all unfold here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. The 6 just deposited into mid-wicket, just like the way they picked the length early on. They gave the swivel. Most of the 6s were targeted towards the cow corner and mid-wicket region. That was fuller and pitched up, and it was nicely played over long on. This time giving the charge, bowled slowly, picked up early, and that was as well dispatched over long on. Then towards the end, when it looked like Sprite were ahead of the game, this 6 as well just tilted the balance in favor of the chasing side. This is how close it got. 93 for 4 is what Sprite got on the board, and Legends got 90 for 8, going down by 3 runs. What a match we just witnessed. Sprite Cricket Stars prevailing in quarter-final 3, edge of the seat action, and we saw it all. The fall of wickets. Kannan was the man who drew first blood and got that early breakthrough. Castle, the batter, trying to play all over it. And in fact, he got an edge to the wicketkeeper. Very good catch by captain Sunil Alexander. This time around, though, just keeping a little low. And Kannan knew how big a wicket it was. 2 wickets in the same over. and he just gave them the opening. But then in came the man who brought about the biggest moment in the game. 4 wickets for him, 3 in the over. Tony Archer induced the edge on the previous occasion, and this one coming right into the left-handed batter. Swing, late swing, and look at the shape he got on that. And he repeated it once again, and this time again right underneath the bat, trying to play across the line. And in this passage of play, Legends began to lose the momentum that they had created. This time around, though, a good catch of his own bowling, had to turn and run backwards, and on the second attempt he took a very fine catch. Just when it looked like Legends were falling apart, they gave a good account of themselves, but then again lost a wicket. Adnan this time getting it slow through the air, getting an under edge and getting the timber disturbed. Adnan, as always, picking up wickets in the crunch situations and giving them a chance in the middle. A confirmation to each one of y'all. Sprite Cricket Stars progress to the semis, and they will be playing the United Challengers tomorrow. They beat the Legend CC by 3 runs in a nail-biting encounter here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. The third quarter-final between Sprite Cricket Stars and Legend Cricket Club has just concluded. And I must add, it's by far been the best match of the tournament. Well, we had everything in it. Drama, emotions, and that last over finish as well, which came so very close. By the end of it, Sprite Cricket Stars progressed to the semis, but Legends clearly win hearts with this performance of theirs. They came agonizingly close and went down by 3 runs in the process. In the end, fair to say that this game was played with great amount of quality competition and spirit. Quick chat with the captains to get their reactions. We can call upon the captain of the Legend side. Showbiz, firstly, absolutely no shame in losing this one. You played like champions, you won hearts, but this can hurt as well sometimes.
This is going to hurt for some time, for sure. But I would like to congratulate Sprite cricket team. They played a really good game, and for that, losing to such a team, it's no shame.
Where do you think was the turning point for you all, where things just didn't go in your favor?
I think our batting, the in between, we collapsed a bit, like 3-4 wickets fall continuously. That's the turning point. But I would like to congratulate my team also, who put all the efforts and heart to this game. And again, well done, Sprite, and all the best.
You'll are called legends, but trust me, you'll play like legends as well today, so no shame whatsoever. A quick word on this competition, the exposure, the platform, and this field that you've been given by the Qatar Cricket Association.
Absolutely wonderful. I would like to thank QCA, Ooredoo, Allied Sports, and the fantastic organizers, match referee, everyone who've been amazing. I think for the first time, we have been playing cricket for like 14 years and so, but this is the first time we are seeing such an amazing tournament which is well organized in all aspects. It's like kudos, well done.
I must say, no shame in losing this one. You guys have won hearts, you've played really hard, and looking forward to seeing you next year again.
Inshallah.
Well, that's the captain. A round of applause there, Showbiz. What a fine team. And captain, it's been a quick chat with Sunil Alexander. Come along, Sunil. Need to ask you an important question. Is that heart still racing hard at the moment? Or?
No, we are completely chill now. Everyone enjoyed. We need some games like this so that we know the upside and downsides of the team. Things went out of the track because our power play bowlers were delivering for all these 3 matches, and things went beyond that. They were, I think, 30 runs on the power play. But then it was a good comeback by Tony Archer. He bowled an excellent spell. And as usual, closing by Adnan. Great game.
Oh, yes, something you'd like to improve going into the semis.
Okay, bowlers wise, yes, it is okay. Here and there is few mistakes. But then we will go and see the match. We have that option now. So we can fix our issues and come back. And then batting wise, I think each match, one person is clicking. So there is depth in the batting. So someone takes on, then it's an easy game. I think we missed 10-15 runs short in this match. But then we'll try to fulfill that.
What a good to see that you promoted yourself and did well with the bat. So good job with that as well. Very well done. Congratulations. We'll have to go into the man of the match as well. But thank you for your time and wonderfully played, and all the best for the semis.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sunil Alexander, captain of Sprite Cricket Stars. May I call upon Mr. Aminul Islam, a guest of honor this evening. He is the match referee and official adjudicating the proceedings in this game. Good evening, sir. Good to have you with us. We had quite a few contenders for today's game as well for player of the match. We had the captain himself of Sprite Cricket Stars, 34 runs in 20 deliveries, 2 fours and 3 sixes, Sunil Alexander. We had Kannan Damodaran of Sprite, 2 for 15, but somebody who just won everybody's heart with his wonderful swing bowling and came in at a time when things were completely slipping out of their hands and did the job and got 3 wickets in 1 over and finished with 4 wickets. Tony Archer, player of the match this evening. 4 for 18 for him in his 2 overs, and he practically got the game in favour of the Sprite Cricket Stars and took them into the semi-finals as well. Thank you, Mr. Islam. Tony Archer, when you were bowling, we were remembering Jofra Archer.
No, I think I'm Tony Archer only. Okay, first of all, I would thanks to my teammates, my captain, and my brother Ravi. He always supporting me in any kind of situation. And I would like to share with this award with Adnan because he very well bowled in last 2.
You can quickly call him and we'll...
Adnan.
Adnan. So Tony would like to share this award with Adnan. He's already had a chat with me, so I'll have a chat. One last question. Your role in the team, how were you enjoying the swing that you were getting?
No. Because I'm a batsman, not a bowler. I'm a part-time bowler. So I don't know how to I bowl.
I'll tell you what, you've been doing a great job, and 4 for 18 is no mean feat, so you can go and celebrate. And congratulations, Adnan, to bowl a very tight last over as well. Well, this is a happy side, a team that stays together, wins together, and that's what Sprite Cricket Stars have been all about in this particular tournament. That's it from the presentation, but don't go anywhere. On the other side, we have another quarter-final match coming up. Marcos taking on the Desert Warriors. Stay tuned for that.